Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. In this video I'm going to show you this smoky glamorous eye makeup look which was requested by my boyfriend. I asked him what look should I do today and he showed me a picture of a look I did a really long time ago, but he told me to make it more smoky. So this is the look that I created today. I really hope you guys like it, and yeah, we're just gonna dive right into the video. So the first thing I'm gonna do is prime the eyelids, and I'm using my favorite primer by MAC Cosmetics. It's the Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre. To apply this all over my eyelid, I'm using a P84 brush from Sigma Beauty, which is included in the brush kit that I created together with Sigma, which is linked down in the description bar. So I'm gonna apply the primer all over my eyelid until my eyelid is nicely covered. The primer is gonna remove the redness from the eyelid. It's gonna make sure that my eyeshadow is gonna stay flawless all day, and it's gonna make sure that all the eyeshadows will be more intensified. So the palette I will be going in with today is this palette by Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brushes. I'm gonna start with the lightest color and apply a little bit of that underneath the highest point of my eyebrow. This is gonna help with the transition that goes from my crease towards my brow, but I will talk about more about that later on in the video. So now I'm going in with this color, which is called Crazy. Yes, I think it's called Crazy, and I mixed it together with a other shade that you just saw me doing. And I'm gonna start making circular motions and apply this shade in the outer portion of my eyelid and kind of blending it towards my crease area. Normally I would go in with a light shade first because this would make the whole blending process so much easier. But the palette didn't really have like a lighter version of this shade. It has like some purple shades, some pink shades, but those are all a bit too dramatic, so I just try to make it work by going directly in with this shade and just make it work. So what I always like to do is go in with a little bit of product and just go back in with more and more to kind of build up the color payoff. You could also go in with a lot of product like straight away, but then it's going to be harder to blend it out. So I like to go in with tiny bits of product and build it up. And then I use a blending brush with not that much product and blend this around the edges to create that transition. So just take your time with this, because since I didn't use a shade at the beginning, which is a bit lighter, I had to spend a little bit more time on the transition to make it really nicely. And I just kept adding more product to make it intenser. And then to make it darker, I went in with the same color Crazy and mixed a little bit of the shade Temptress, which is the black matte color in the palette. So I'm gonna do the same thing, kind of packing this on in the outer V, making circular motions with my brush and trying to keep it a little bit lower so you can still see that reddish shade like peeking right above the black eyeshadow. I'm just taking my time with this, just kind of softly pressing and making those circular motions, making sure that everything looks really soft. You don't want to go in with too much product because, like I said earlier, when you apply too much product, it's going to be harder to get rid of it. So it's easier to just go in with a little bit, and you can always add more product. This way, if you do it like that, it's harder. It's, how do you say it in English? You will make less mistakes, if that makes sense. You're kind of playing it safe that way. So I just continue to blend until I am satisfied with how it's looking, and I just keep adding more of that black eyeshadow. And yeah, so far it's already starting to look really good. Even though I didn't use that light shade at the beginning that I was talking about, I think the transition looks really good. And sometimes it's not even that bad. If your transition looks a little bit more harsher, this can give a really cool effect as well. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good so far. So I just continue to blend, and then it's time to cut the crease. So I'm going to use my favorite concealer, which is by MAC Cosmetics. It's the Pro Longwear Concealer. And I'm going to use this to create that sharp line in my crease. If you're recreating this makeup look and you kind of have a hard time deciding where you want to place the line, you want to apply it a little bit above your own natural crease line. So just open your eyes, close your eyes, and you can kind of try to see where you want the line to be. You can also start a little bit lower, and then you can always go more upwards if you think it doesn't look good. If you go too high, you can't really fix it anymore. So it's easier if you go a little bit low, and if you think it's too low, you can always add more concealer and go a bit more upwards. This way again, you are gonna less likely to make a mistake. So definitely try that trick. And eventually, the more times you do it, you're gonna find that perfect place to apply the concealer after doing it a few times, you know? You're gonna be like, oh, it's just gonna be so much easier. So now I'm going in with this bronzy shade, used it on top of the eyelid, and I wasn't really happy with the color payoff. So I picked a eyeshadow which kind of looks similar. This one is by NYX Cosmetics. It's their Foiled Play eyeshadow, which I think isn't available anymore, which is so sad because these eyeshadows are so pigmented, as you can see. They're like these metallic, creamy eyeshadows with amazing color payoff, and they were very inexpensive. So hopefully NYX Cosmetics are gonna bring it back to their collection because I really like it. I have created some really nice eye looks using them, so let's, fingers crossed, hopefully they will bring them back. So now I went back in with a little bit more of that black eyeshadow, kind of filling the gaps where you can still see concealer. And then I also decided to go in with my finger because I didn't really like the transition from the black towards the golden. I wanted to make it look more soft. So I still had some of the product left on my finger, so I applied it a little bit more on top of the black eyeshadow as well to make the transition just look a little bit better. Then now for my eyeliner, I'm going to use the Maybelline Studio Gel Eyeliner, and I'm going to create a line right above the lash line. I'm not going for a simple line above the lash line. I am going to do something different today, which I have done before, but most of the time I will just create a simple line. But now I actually want to drag it a little bit higher towards the end. And this is kind of going to give the illusion that your eyeliner is going up and straight into that smokiness which we created around the outer V with the black eyeshadow. So this is kind of going to give that illusion that it smokes towards the outer V, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard for me to explain in English, but hopefully by looking at this eye look you kind of know what I mean. And yeah, I have created similar eye looks like this one, and I just really like the effect that it gives when you make your eyeliner a little bit higher towards the end. It's also going to lift your eyes, and I don't know, I really like it. So now I went in with this NYX Cosmetics Matte Liquid Liner, and I went kind of on top of the gel eyeliner. This is not really super important, like it's not necessarily to use two eyeliners, but I personally really like it because it will make the eyeliner look even more black, and it will also make the eyeliner look just more intense. So now I went in with some black eyeshadow again and used a flat definer brush from Sigma Beauty, which is also included in the brush kit that I created together with Sigma, which is linked down in the description bar. And I'm using this right underneath the lower lash line, kind of sweeping my brush back and forth, and also pressing the black eyeshadow underneath the lower lash line. Then now going back in with the color Crazy and using this to blend out the lower lash line. Since I used both the black eyeshadow and the color Crazy in the outer V, it's now really easy to kind of blend this towards the outer V and make the lower lash line blend into the outer V area, if that makes sense. Everything just seamlessly comes together. If you start at my lower lash line, you can literally see a round shape towards the crease with all the same shades, which I personally really like. You could also use a different shade underneath the lower lash line if you like, but I kind of like to keep it kind of in the same undertone. So now I use this color for the inner corner. I wasn't a big fan of it, so I decided to go in with the matte light shade, which I used underneath the brow bone as well, and kind of apply it on top of it to still make it more lighter. I just felt like the other shade that I used with that pink undertone, I just didn't really like it, so I decided to go in with that matte light color. Then for the waterline, I used this pencil, which is by Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm going in with the reddish side. Not sure what the name is, but I'll make sure to link it down in the description bar. I felt like the color looks really good with today's eye look. Then I curled my lashes because it's time for mascara. I used the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, which is my favorite drugstore mascara at the moment. So I'm using this to coat my lashes, make them black. And then here you can see the before using only mascara. And then here you can see the after with some fake lashes on. So this is also the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this video where I show you this more dramatic smoky eye look. I really hope you like it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. This is really helpful for my YouTube channel. And yes, I hope you all enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!
I know the reason why we chose to say goodbye, but I can't help my feelings. Right now, I can't deny you never